Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation review. It has been so long since I've done a foundation review. So today I'm going to be talking about the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation. Now this can scare some of you guys because I know that anything that says illuminating for people that are oily like myself is like, ugh, but that's why we're gonna put this foundation to the test today. It literally has a pump, which is always fantastic, and then on the back it says that this is a liquid foundation, medium to full coverage, smooth, long wearing, flawless finish looking foundation. This one is in the color Soft Honey. The only thing about LAgirl.com is that there's so many colors that it was just so overwhelming for me to see. So I'm hoping that this is going to be my perfect match, hopefully. So first I'm gonna go ahead, as always, and moisturize my skin. I'm going to be using the Ultra Repair Cream by First Aid Beauty, and I'm just literally going to put it all over my face and to kind of let that soak into the skin. So now I'm going to be talking about the LA Girl Pro Prep, which I mentioned earlier. This primer I saw as I was purchasing, it said that $40 you get free shipping, so I just went ahead and gathered a lot of things so I could, you know, make a nice purchase and get free shipping. You know, the free shipping always gets you. So this says that it helps smooth and fill in fine lines and pores, paraben and fragrance free, enriched with vitamin E. So this is kind of interesting because it's supposed to be really good for us sensitive people since it's fragrance free. That's always great for me. And it's clear. I don't know if you guys can see right there, but it's a clear little situation. So I'm just gonna, first I like to rub it into my skin and then I apply it because I don't like to just go in and apply it just barehanded. I'm going to apply half the foundation with a damp beauty sponge and then the other foundation on the other side with a brush. So this is the foundation. It's not so thick and it's water infused, so that's why it's more on the lightweight side. I'm so scared to try this foundation because it looks a little orangey, but we will see. Hopefully it does well. Whenever I use water-based foundations, I get a little scared. I feel like when you're using foundation that has more water in it, it's kind of not a good idea to use a sponge unless you like a very sheer finish because it can definitely shear things out. So we shall see how this applies. I can't tell what it smells like. I can't really put my finger on it. I feel like it just smells like foundation. It is a little different than my skin tone, but I feel like it's a little darker, but it still looks fine. Like it doesn't look crazy. I was scared that it was going to be way off, but so far I've been lucky enough to always be kind of on target with choosing a selection online, so thank goodness, because I would not want this video to be a complete fail. Wow, it actually looks really nice. Like it's not clinging onto my skin or anything. It looks super smooth. I really like it. You can see the difference right there. So right here we have the LA Girl, and then obviously this is no foundation. You can see my rosacea right here, and you can see that this side just looks so perfect. Now I'm going to be using this with my brush, and I'm going to be using my best favorite brush ever, which is the Sigma Flat Kabuki, the F80. So I applied 2 layers on both sides, and it looks very nice with both the sponge and the brush. But personally, I don't know what it is, but for some reason I liked it better with the sponge. And so far it hasn't been irritating my skin, which is always a huge thing for me, especially when it comes to like drugstore foundations. I'm very cautious just because, I don't know, I feel like my skin doesn't do well with a lot of things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and set my face. And I also purchased this LA Girl High Definition Matte Press Powder. And this is also in the shade Soft Honey. So I'm literally just going to take a brush and dust it off. So I'm going to be using this Peach and Pearl brush, which I You guys have known that I'm obsessed with this brand. So I'm just literally going to put it in the areas where I get really, really oily. So in this area right here. And then I'm going to put some on this side. And then I can't forget my nose, because that's where I get really oily. So basically my T-zone, those are the areas that I get oily. So I would say that for you ladies who are maybe scared because it is a luminous foundation, you can get this setting powder as well, and it's matte, so it can kind of control. Now I will be your little dummy today, so I can let you guys know if that combination does work or not, if it does keep me matte, because obviously I wouldn't want you guys spending money on something that may not work. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back, let you guys know how it blended with the rest of the products that I use, also let you guys know how it's wearing, if it oxidized, and then we will begin our day and we will have our brief check-ins. So I will be seeing you guys shortly. So I am back. I literally obviously finished my makeup because I have a full face on right now. And I really, really like the way that this foundation works with all my products. I used bronzer, highlight, blush, concealer, and it worked really, really well. I had no issues with it whatsoever, and that's always a good thing because I feel like sometimes foundations can either be a hit or miss with other products, and it's so important that our foundation blends well with the products that we're going to be using, because of course you're not just going to wear foundation and nothing else. You're obviously going to put something on to blend it out, and it looked phenomenal. I'm getting kind of like a matte vibe. Obviously this foundation does not claim to be matte, but I think maybe the powder helped it a lot to just kind of lock things in place, especially the place where I did powder my face. I am noticing it's a little bit more matte, but everything else looks super, super flawless. I am so impressed with how gorgeous this foundation looks, and I was really, really scared that the foundation was going to be a little bit off. But honestly, it's not too bad. I did go ahead and highlight with a lighter shade. Primer, I must say, is really, really nice. I like how it does a good job of smoothing my skin. I feel like I have a really nice, clear baby skin canvas, and that's always super important. I also feel like it's really important to use products of the same brand, especially when it comes to primer and foundation. I always like to use the same brand. Unless I have a holy grail primer, then I'll use it with other products. But I really am liking this. The powder, I feel like so far it looks nice. It doesn't look cakey or anything. It's not settling into my fine lines. It just sat really nicely onto my skin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wear the foundation and see how well it does. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this foundation does well, because it is a really affordable foundation. Like, I feel like it could be a really nice dupe for a lot of high-end foundations that are great. So we're going to have to see how the day goes. So stay tuned to see whether I think this product is worth the buy or not. So I am back. It is now around 4 p.m. and it's been about 5 hours since we've worn this foundation, and it's honestly looking great. You guys can see right here that it looks gorgeous. You can start to see a little bit of the luminous finish that it does claim to be. It doesn't look like it's like, oh my gosh, like what the heck went wrong, too oily. It looks great. I would definitely say that this foundation is really, really good for us moving into the winter season. A pop of luminosity on the skin makes the skin feel fresh, and since it also is infused with water, it helps our skin stay hydrated. And as for transfer, there's not much transfer, which is another really good thing. I am so impressed so far, guys. Like, I didn't think that a $10 foundation would be this amazing. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be wearing it for another 5 or so hours, and I will come back at the very end of the night and let you guys know if this is worth it. But so far, I think you guys know where we're headed, because it's honestly looking gorgeous. So I am back. It is now almost 11 p.m. and I've worn this foundation for pretty much the entire day. And I'm just gonna say right off the bat that I think that this foundation is completely worth the buy. I feel like it looks stunning on the skin. Yes, I am a little luminous. You can see it, but I mean, it's common. I'm an oily skin girl, so it's not like I'm not going to get luminous throughout the day. I feel like it looks super healthy, and what I really loved about this foundation was that from the beginning to the end, it did not cling on to any of my texture, any of my skin. It just looked really nice and fresh. I feel like for oily skin people, it can still work really well, and I feel like for dry to normal skin people, it's gonna work fantastic, because like I said, it does definitely give you a little bit of a luminosity, but I feel like it's nothing too crazy. Now for the LA Pro Girl Matte Powder, I really like this as well. I feel like I can probably wear this alone and it's not going to look cakey or anything. I feel like it has a really nice, soft, creamy, buttery consistency. So I'm super excited to try it out by itself, but I think it's really worth it for the price. I want to say this is around like $8.50, but I will have the prices of both of these products listed down below, and I will also include the price of this primer in there as well. As for this primer, I feel like it just helped the foundation lay so much better, and I feel like it reduced the image of my texture. Like, it's not really prominent. Like with some foundations, the foundation will literally cling onto the texture and it will look so cakey, and with this, it didn't do that whatsoever. The primer is extremely lightweight, so I think that's a plus. So I would have to say, all three of these items are really good. I really recommend checking out the LA Girl website and just seeing if you can get your hands on it. Now, I did buy some of the concealers and I'm going to be trying those probably in a tutorial, so you guys will see those later and I can give you my thoughts on those, but these things are bomb. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I hope that you guys stick around because we would love for you to join our family of makeup and fun, because we are literally so close to 5,000. So let's just make that final push and get us to the 5,000 mark. I will be seeing you guys extremely soon, so stay tuned for my next video. Bye guys.